What day number is it of the van conversion?
The third day we're working on it. I'm looking at the electrics today, so I think I know what I'm doing. This seat pulls, it sounds nasty, but it pulls up and lifts out like that. The plan is to route the cables underneath the seat and up this B panel where the seat belt is, up here. Suppose if you come round, it'll cut from the battery underneath there round, and there's a trim that clip over there, so it'll cover all the cables into the bottom of this B panel. I'm going to pull this trim out, feed the cables up and then through. There's a little hole at the back of the bulkhead here. I'll be able to loop them up and go up above and stick them to the roof and route them all around the van, and then the ceiling, when that goes up, will just cover it. So I've got this metal bracket that separates the two seats and the cab from the back of the van that fits like this. So this battery then goes underneath between the two seats, and I'm just going to make something so I can screw through and it'll hold the battery nice and tight in place. Oh good, so I've got the battery in position and the C-Tech wouldn't fit, it was fouling the seat. So there's a nice little cavity here which I've managed to feed it in. Now there was two holes this size and that wasn't quite big enough to feed the C-Tech in, so I've just extended that by about 30mm, that hole, and then I could feed it in. Just sat it on some little ply blocks. Just some strong self-adhesive mammoth tape, double-sided mammoth tape I'll put underneath the blocks. I didn't want to screw through just because there's some cables underneath here, so they're adhesive to the metal, and then this is screwed down. The downside is it's difficult to see the indicator lights which are in the middle here, so you have to just have a quick, you have to bend down and have a look. But I wanted the terminals to be accessible very easily, so that's in position, so that'll be ready for wiring up. And then the last thing, I've just mounted the little fuse box here, so this is going to have all your little blade fuses in, little LEDs there to tell you if they're blown. So then I'm going to route the cables down and into the back of the van from there. So that's it, I think I'm done for the day. It's time for a beer.
What day of the van conversion are we on?
Day 4.
And what have you done already today?
I've finished off the first fix electrics. Tape it on the end, nice and securely. Pull and push at the same time.
What's that wire going into?
That's going to be to the fridge actually. Got to run it down inside. And I'm going to put the ceiling in first, so I know how high to do these ply lining on the side. So I've put the little support ribs in, and then I'm going to cut the oak veneered ply for the slats and put them in.
What are you doing?
So I'm just marking the spacings all the way along. So that's the 78mm slat, and that's a 15mm gap, and I'm just marking it all the way along because all of the ribs, support ribs, are different lengths because the van obviously narrows and gets wider. plywood ceiling up.
You pleased with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
The lights are all done.